In the first act, he'll do something low-key divorce-worthy. Then he does something medium-level divorce-worthy. Then he does something really divorce-worthy and divorce-worthy by their standards. Except I didn't have a story. All I had was a deep feeling and a conviction. And here I had to convince my people and their people and just people in general. I am a pandemic divorcee. And the second toughest thing about getting divorced is telling the people you love that you're getting divorced. You have to say, "Hi, Mom." That man feels me. You have to say, "Hi, Mom. The nicest guy in the family isn't in the family anymore." You have to sit your baby brother down and say, "Hey, your Pokemon Go buddy isn't going to be your Pokemon Go buddy anymore." The groomsmen who bought three-piece suits for the first time for your wedding now have to very politely swipe left when they see you as new here on dating apps. The people you love have to tell the people they love, their family, their friends, their colleagues, that the financial and biological destinies of two families have changed. And when you tell the people you love that you're getting divorced, they expect you to look after them. Hi, I'm really sorry for you at this time of my divorce. No, don't worry, nothing like this will ever happen again. This is a statistical anomaly, rarest of rare. Once again, I am holding space for you at this time of great anguish that is my divorce. The people you love want a 3-act structure that can help them find meaning, help them find closure. In the first act, he'll do something low-key divorce-worthy. Then he does something medium-level divorce-worthy. Then he does something really divorce-worthy and divorce-worthy by their standards. Except I didn't have a story. All I had was a deep feeling and a conviction. And here I had to convince my people and their people and just people in general. And the same thing was happening with my husband. So we decided to go see what the PR guys would do in our place. Enter the broken record technique. You know it even if you haven't heard of the specific term. Think about the last press conference given by an Indian Prime Minister, when Manmohan Singh is asked again and again, "Did you stand up to the Congress High Command? Did you do what was right for the country?" And he says again and again and again, "I did my best, I did my best, I did my best." Think about airlines when they cancel flights. They'll say, "We apologize for any inconvenience caused." It does not matter what inconvenience they have caused. Your mother could be dying, your baby could be being born. They will say, "We apologize for any inconvenience caused." My favorite example of this is Yashvardhan Raichand from K3G. Every time he's asked a difficult question, he says, "Keh diya na, to bas keh diya." Nandini can cry, she can say, "Mera pati pati hai, Parmeshwar nahi." And he will say, "Keh diya na, to bas keh diya." This is the broken record technique. You write a statement, and then you say it again and again and again and again, no matter what feelings come up, no matter what questions are thrown at you, you say this. The broken record technique is used by people in power to avoid accountability, but here we were using it as protection. We were building a word boundary. Because if I allowed people in, I would have to tell a story villainizing someone I was very angry with, but still loved. This is a difficult thing to emotionally explain. So let me take you to the place that I have moved since I got divorced, to beautiful, green, lush Goa. The year is 1961. The Portuguese commander has just been told that Indian troops under Nehru are marching into Goa. And he has to fight unto death and burn Goa to the ground. This is standard military strategy. When you withdraw, you destroy. The fall of an empire is expected to be violent and ugly. The Portuguese commander says no, he disobeys orders. He says, "Kar do beizati. Kar do court-martial, kar do exile." Just because this 500-year-old relationship is ending does not mean I will do harm to what I have loved. Just because I'm leaving doesn't mean I will destroy the forests and rivers and the villages and the people that have held me and loved me all these years. The broken record technique kept questions at the door so we could focus on the actual work of taking apart an empire. That was our marriage. An empire made of books and clothes and cushion covers and puppies we had rescued together, and fixed deposits, accounts, and investments. Every gift and cute thing we had given each other was now a zero-sum game. Could either go to his home or mine, but not both. And then when that was done, we had to do the actual saying of goodbye. I had to go to his platform, watch him board his train, and say, "Ja Simran, ji le apni zindagi." He came to my platform, watched me board my train, and said, "Ja Simran, tu ji le apni zindagi." If you're lucky like I was, you will find a partner willing to disobey orders, willing to say, "Kar do beizati, kahani yahan nahi milegi." Just because it ended does not mean it wasn't real or meaningful. Just because it ended doesn't mean that my vows weren't sacred, or that I will let you into my marriage. And that is the toughest part of getting divorced, doing it with love and kindness. So abhi ke liye, we did our best. We apologize for any inconvenience caused. Keh diya na, to bas keh diya. Thank you.